Hey, this is your recap auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel, baby. Welcome. Hey, girl. Hey, boo. What's going on? Hey, my boy, my main. What's going on, y'all? Yeah. Yeah, we here. First of all, what is it? What is it? Happy Women's Health? Happy Woman Month? I want to come out right, but just shit. Y'all know me. Okay. Happy Women's History Month. Yay to all of the women. If you identify, whatever it is, happy. What a weekend. Y'all already know what I was busy with. Y'all, I'm sitting here crying right before I cut on this damn microphone. I saw that damn Michael Jackson play. If it comes to your city, please go see it and go get a great seat. I think that any seat in any theater that you go to, it's going to be about the bomb no matter what. But y'all, I did not know that that man was so depressed. As successful and as magical as he was on that stage, that man was not happy. He was not damn happy. And I'm telling my boyfriend about it, and I'm like, sir, man, it's amazing how he was rich. I would never come to that type of level that he is as far as that munyon. You know what I'm saying? That man was so depressed. He just wanted to make music. Please go see it. If the touring company comes to your city, honey, please do yourself a favor. Treat yourself. If your man or your lady don't want to go, go by yourself. That's what I did. It's not that he didn't want to go. On Sundays he has plans with his children. So well, he got one child that's a minor. So he spends time with that, and I don't block that, but he don't block me either for going out by myself. Y'all already know. Go out, treat yourself, have a good time. You'll meet people around you. I sat down, honey, and this lady beside me talked my ears off. But I told you I don't meet no strangers, so it's kind of normal for me to meet people like that. They always like to talk to me. I got that energy, you know what I'm saying? So it is so good. I was just thinking about him. I'm like, God knows. The young man who played him, absolutely amazing. I saw Michael on that damn stage. And the transitions is when you move from one scene to the next. Some of that shit was right in our front of our face. And I'm like close. I was close to the stage because I want to read everything. Y'all know I'm technical when it comes to this shit, and the transitions, the costume changes, them moving props, them including the props and the choreography, as soon as they finish dancing, they're talking as if they hadn't done nothing. Their breath was so controlled. They had so much conditioning of their lungs. It's so fucking dope. That's why I love theater. I love acting. I love embodying, whatever character I've been cast to be, or watching people embody that character. It is the most amazing gift in the world to entertain people. And that's why I do what I fucking do. Okay. Anyway, thank y'all for the new subscribers. Y'all been just making Auntie feel all nice. Y'all been sending me emails about Auntie, I'm still here. I might not talk as much, but I'm watching you, girl. I'm busy. I got some big things behind it all, but I'm still watching. I like when you watch. I love it when you watch. So yeah, keep watching. If you want to email me, let me know that you're watching. I ain't forgetting none of y'all. I know, in the beginning, some of us was talking more than others, but I know you now. I know you when I ain't seen you in a long time. I might not say anything, but I notice it and I recognize it. And I miss you. Mwah! I miss you when you don't talk. So email me if you got, thespianauntie@gmail.com. One girl, she's like, "Huh, Auntie, you and I saw her screenshot me beside another. I watch this other YouTuber as well. She's very popular on YouTube, and I'm one of the top people that she watches. So thank you, my love. I appreciate you. Okay, I had to get that out the way. I had a really busy weekend. Y'all already know. I took the day off. I had to. I was going to go to work. I said no. I got some things happening today that I need to be available for, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the day off, and I'm so happy that I did because I'm enjoying my day. I'm so much enjoying my day. All right, I'm actually watching it real time. It's actually 20 what time is it? 2:03 p.m. So let me shut up so I can go ahead and get this party started. We're going to do a full audio recap of episode number 41, season 2 of Beyond the Gates. I feel sorry that they didn't win, but them bitches slayed. Slayed every last one of them. That damn Daphne Duplax, whatever the fuck her name is, aka Nicole, Nikki, bitch. the sheer striped dress. If you haven't seen it, go on my post and you'll see that I borrowed some pictures, from somebody else's page. I just borrowed, you'll see what I mean. Scroll past that and that damn somebody said, Char, why did why did Martin steal Danny's outfit? I was like, oh my God, he did. Cause that whole outfit, Danny would have wore that, honey. Just on a normal day on this fucking show. She would have wore that. This bitch, I'm talking about Martin, he wears it, honey, at the awards, baby. That's what he did. And he wore it too. Everybody looks so great. I mean, Ernestine, aka Shanice, was back out, boo, body everywhere. Even Leslie, Trisha, she looks fantastic. Vernon looked dapper. Uh, Everybody looks so great. I didn't almost didn't recognize Amber, Eva. I almost recognize her because she seemed like she's gotten smaller. So, but she looked beautiful. Of course, the girl who plays Kat, Kobe, she looks fantastic. The guy who plays Smitty, he looked great. Everybody looked great. I was surprised I didn't see Miss Tamara Tooney, but maybe she has something else she needs to do, or maybe she damn shaved her head, honey. You don't know, cause her hair, that afro is getting real low now. It'll be amazing if she shaved her fucking head. Oh my god. Okay, let's go ahead and get this party started in five. Wait a minute, bitch. I ain't even asked y'all how y'all doing. How y'all doing? You doing all right? Y'all had a good weekend? Okay, all right, good. Y'all did anything, fun? You went to the movies, y'all just went out, y'all chilled, you ate some fish. I mean, like, what did you do? Tell me in the comments what you did, because we interact, we do engagement over here. Y'all, I see your comments and I try my best to respond and laugh or whatever, or heart it or something. I do respond to you. So let me know in the comments below what you did. And yeah, because y'all already know what I did. I did a party, went to the play. I did, damn it, went out to an improv thing with my friends, and I went to the New Edition show. So yeah, that was from Thursday to yesterday, Sunday. So yeah, I was busy. And that's what I like. I like to be busy. I like to stay busy. I like to keep my mind running. That's why I'm going to go ahead and audition for this show at the end of this month. And so if I get it, it's a heavy show, y'all. So I will warn you guys if I have to take a step back, or if I already know the show, so I have the script now. I'm looking at some of the stuff, but I don't know which role I want to read for, and I have to sing too. So I'm trying to figure out which one, but I do have the script. It might not be that bad. I'm gonna try my best for the month of April to do content. We'll see, but I will warn you, if y'all know that I took a break, you know why. Because I'm doing a show. All right. But when I tell you what it is, y'all will be like, oh, okay, we understand. We understand. So normally rehearsals can take anywhere. Well, this show, shit. Auditions are the end of the month. They gonna probably hit the ground running. Unless he already, the director already has a lot of people that are pre-cast. So because I've already done the show a couple of times, it won't be hard for me to really learn what I need to learn. But we'll see. We'll see. But the whole month of April, yeah, I might be ghost, baby. I might just be ghost, because May is when the show comes up. So we're gonna have a short window, but we're gonna make it work. But I'll see. I'll let y'all know. I will let y'all know. Okay, five, four, three, two, one. We're open up at the country club with Bion. What's this bitch name? Haley. He reaches in his pocket, pulls out an envelope, and tells her, "Happy first anniversary, sweetheart." It was a year ago from, I guess, last week that we was at their damn wedding, which is one of my highest videos. It's my highest viewed BTG video, and I don't know why. I don't know why it is, but it is. What you giving her, Bill? Happy anniversary. So she opens up the envelope. Money? Oh my God. He says, well, the first anniversary gift happens to be paper. And you have the best taste in paper. Well, traditionally, paper represents a blank slate, and the first year of marriage, a couple is just beginning to write their own story, and I think that our story is off to a pretty wonderful start. It certainly is. Yeah, yeah. Well, I figure, we better We better go ahead and start our anniversary festivities than the place where it all began, in the very place that we were married. Where were they married in the because I remember, did they redecorate the where they at now, in the dining area of the country club when they got married? Because I wasn't paying no attention. I was still trying to learn everybody's names. So I remember all the chairs was facing a certain way. They had the preacher. She had her one little line up there. But was it in the dining area? I can't remember. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Or did they have another set that they had as like a, created some type of s- church scene or something? But I just don't remember that. Yeah, our wedding was certainly unforgettable. And so he happens to look up and we see Danny coming in with them big bright eyes, baby, and that smile. So he's smiling, kind of, sort of. Haley sees her ass standing in the doorway and she's like, this bitch. So we're at the hole in the wall. Joey better wear that jacket. I mean, go ahead, Joey. So Randy is there looking nice and dapper. He was like, "Oh, why are you looking at me like that, boss? You've been spending less time here than usual." But bitch, if that motherfucker is the damn impaler, because have y'all noticed that Randy has been dressing noise? Randy, his clothing has been real fucking noise. Y'all tell me if y'all noticed that. Compared, I can't even get it out. Compared to when the first time that motherfucker came on the scene, when he used to be, if y'all knew, Maurice used to come over here a little bit, because I used to call him by the wrong name. What I call that motherfucker? I can't remember what I would call Randy. I would call that nigga, what would I call him? Like Tyrone or something like that. I don't know. But he used to come over here and correct me. Like Auntie, you the only one that can call me. What the fuck I call him? Shit, y'all remember? Y'all been around a while. Y'all know what I used to call Maurice. But he told me I was the only one who could call him that. Now I can't fucking remember what the fuck I called him. But anyway, he was real, hood. You know what I'm saying? Now this motherfucker looking like Shaq. I'm talking about, you know, you damn right. Like that. Is that his name? Shaft. I'm talking about Shaq. Shaft. He looking like cool. This nigga's looking like money. Y'all hear me? He looking like ladies. Y'all know he look good right now. My mouth watering. I ain't mean to go on about Randy, but I bet you him and Doug is the fucking impaler. Him not being around it ain't got nothing to do with no damn Haley and Lynette. That motherfucker is the fucking impaler. Or Doug is. I'm telling you, I feel it, y'all. Cause he pulled the wool over our eyes. We thought he was dead. Remember, he came back. He has that disappearing magic trick shit unlocked. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, don't argue with me. Argue with your man, okay? Y'all know I'm kidding. I'm telling you, y'all, I feel it. My heart is beating through my back right now, y'all. Randy just tells Joey, like, all my casino duties is handled, boss. Randy was like, I mean, do we got any kind of problem or anything? Joey was like, no. I can't help but wonder what or who is keeping you so occupied. He says, it's just my curiosity, that's all. He turned to look all deep and shit. Talking about, it's some personal stuff. Stop it, Randy. Stop fucking lying, nigga. Stop. Shit. Well, I did read that the man who attacked Mrs. Hamilton was arrested. This is what Joey tells him. That man was fine. I know he was dressed like a bum, but his voice, and he was, y'all know I don't mind complimenting a good looking man. You know that. Shit. And frankly, I was surprised that the police was able to do what you couldn't, find who was responsible. So he was like, man, what can I say, boss? Sometimes the cops actually do their fucking job. Oh, man, yeah. He was like, well, yeah, but finding him wasn't your only damn job, now was it? Now that his ass has been released pending trial, why haven't you tracked him the fuck down and brought him to May? Got the bop, 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 bop. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Hey, it's Monday, y'all. So we're at Uptown and we see Naomi there. Like, y'all know girls when we be looking for that phone from that man, if you're not in a relationship or when you were single, he said he was gonna call or text or whatever. You keep looking at that phone, honey. She keep looking to see if her boo reached out to her, and nothing, girl. Jacob, nothing. But she sends him a text. Tell me I miss you. Didn't Elon tell your ass don't do that shit? They're so disobedient. So we see Miss Frazzle come in. They Cat Cat has been so disappointing to me this season. I'm just not pleased with her. I'm not jumping ship, but I just have not been pleased with her character these last 41 episodes. I just haven't been pleased. She's not being honest. So she's coming in there saying, "Hey, girl, what's going what's going on, girl? Oh, nice to see you. Oh, girl, it's good to see you." It was so fake. Mind if I join you? Kat tells Naomi, because then she just walk out earlier, right? From her argument with Chelsea. Anyway, Naomi was like, "Girl, not at all. Come on, have a seat. I was just taking a break before my next appointment." So Kat looks down at Naomi's plate. She's like, "Damn, you already ate." "Yeah, girl, I did. But you can still visit while, we have lunch." She was like, "Great." So I guess Kat went to go sit the fuck down. "Girl, I worked up an appetite going apartment hunting with Vanessa, honey. Oh, she showed me a half a dozen places, but none of them felt right." Yeah, because you got all that old evil shit all in seed, just bit brewing all in your damn gut. You ain't gonna find nothing until you make peace with damn Chelsea. So Naomi was like, "Girl, what? So you and Tomas are finally moving in together?" Kat says, "No, I'm just looking for places for myself." Naomi was like, "Well, bitch, I thought you liked living with Chelsea." "Oh, girl, I loved it," Kat says. "But I just think working and living together may not be the best thing for our relationship." So, girl, y'all been living and working together the last year. So something had to have changed. Just like the lawyer that she is, Naomi was like, "Bitch, what happened?" "We got into a huge fight. It really hurts when you and your best friend aren't getting along." This is the second fight that they got into, right? This year. Yeah, they had another fight. Well, with her, well, the BRCA gene thing. It was yeah, that's like the second or third fight that they got into. So Naomi was like, "Bitch, I know the feeling." So we go do a memory. They gonna fight this whole memory thing. Y'all using it way too much, honey. It's like once a week. Somebody go back in the damn memory. We go back to when her and I almost said it, Teach Jazz. Ashley, we're talking about, girl, keeping this secret from your family, honey, who are bound to, love you and hold you and through this whole shit. You keep the secrets, that ain't good. Y'all know what Ashley said. So when we come back to present day, it's Ashley thinking about that same conversation. And Shanice comes out. So we're at the hospital and Shanice comes to her and says, "Hey girl, you ready? What's the tea? Wake the fuck up." So yeah, I've been looking forward to my oncology rotation. So, oh wow, so she's gonna be doing oncology. Damn, it's gonna be interesting. So Shanice says, "Girl, I just hope you feel that way after you start." She says in her experience is one of the most emotionally difficult specialties in the hospital. Ted was old slimy self. "Ashley, Shanice, haven't seen you all day. Where's Leah? Leah, come break them up, girl." He says, "It is true. Absence do make the heart grow fonder." And so Shanice was like, "Oh my, okay, okay." So Shanice was, "Oh my God." He said, "Shit, I guess it is true. Absence do make the heart go fucking fonder. You all happy?" Child, Shanice went to go see Monica. Y'all know Dr. Monica. You know I love her. Oh my God, how does she know Monica? Listen to this one. We are at the palace. We see Anita more and more she's been taking the elevator. So this is the door that she's been coming through. For those of you who don't know, they got a fucking elevator in their house. So you ain't gonna see her coming down them stairs that often. So she comes through the elevator. So she's, touching her hair. That afro is getting shorter. It really is. He reads something from his phone. "Anita's just not another vocal powerhouse. She's a brave warrior. She's my shero," Vernon says. "Are you still reading those social media reviews about my interview?" "Every wonderful word," he says. And when I tell you she's moving so gingerly and slow, um, she looks a little bigger in this outfit. I'm not too sure if I'm digging this outfit. It looks comfortable, but I don't know if I like her in this one right here. I mean, she has to dress comfortable, but I love most of the things that she wears. But I'm, well, if I were brave or a shero, I wouldn't be quaking in my boots right now about this next round of chemo. Because the tumor isn't shrinking as much as they hoped. What? Y'all taking my diva through all this shit and the tumor ain't going down? The fuck? Damn. She pouring her some water, honey. She better be hydrated because her ass will pass the fuck out. She says this time the regimen is going to be stronger, and this round is likely to have even worse side effects. I might lose what's left of my hair, have mouth sores, anemia. I could develop heart issues, and if the chemo doesn't work. Look, love, don't even say those words. Well, it's a possibility, Vernon, and we have to acknowledge that shit. I might not win my battle with cancer. I've managed to put on a strong facade for the public, but the truth is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle this. Love, it is only natural to be nervous when side effects are so unpredictable, Vernon said. But even if you experience the worst case scenario, the worst case being, she says, he says the worst that we'll accept, that fucking chemo will not kill your fighting spirit. The hair loss, the other side effects, Vernon says, they're just collateral damage from you beating cancer. Once you kick its ass, they'll disappear. Well, he said, once you beat its butt. But y'all know my damn mouth. Shit. Why do you have to be so damn optimistic all the time? She says. It's funny how she said damn, I said damn. I love her. It makes it impossible for me to wallow, have to be all so damn optimistic all the fucking time. I'm just giving voice to what your courageous and resilient spirit already knows. And what is my spirit saying now? That I'll be at your side throughout the battle. Because nobody and no thing is gonna fuck with my wife. He said mess with, but y'all know. Not on not on my damn watch. I couldn't even say that shit. I mean, Auntie. Okay, so Monica is Shanice's auntie. Okay, we're back at the hospital, and that lady still looked good. I remember she was on Martin, and she had her boy. It was so good. That was a good episode. Uh, so Shanice asked her, it's like, Auntie Monica, honey, what you doing here? Auntie Monica says, I'm in town for a medical conference. Try to be all proper. So Ted is like right behind them, his nosy ass. Auntie Monica? Shanice was like, yes, Dr. Monica McCormick is my mama's sister and our family's shining star. That's what they call me, shining star. I used to have that on my Facebook thing. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be. Yeah, shining star. So Monica was like, girl, please. And so Shanice was like, bitch, why you didn't tell me you was in town, honey? I would have picked your ass up from the airport. Because, girl, I didn't want to miss to see the beautiful surprise on that beautiful face. That's what Monica says. Go ahead, Doc. He's like, well, where did you fly in from, Dr. McCormick? She says, Monica, please, right? I'm based in Houston. I'll be there in July. Yay! Shit. Shanice was like, honey, my auntie is a department head, oncology department head at MD Anderson. So Ted was like, it's an honor to meet you. So Shanice was like, well, how long you in town, auntie? Damn, Monica is leaving tomorrow. You need to keep her there. We need her to be there, like, to help Anita. Oh, Shanice says we won't be able to spend no time together. So Monica was like, honey, please, at least I got to meet the famous Ted. She said, based on your description, Shanice, and you, Ted, hanging on her every word, it was so easy to figure out. Ted was like, and you told your auntie about me. Monica's like, yes, she fucking did. Shit. And your ass is going to have a tough time living up to the hype, baby. Say it, Monica. I love her. Love her. Word is that Wesley already skipped town, which is exactly what I figured he'd do in the first place. Back at the hole in the wall, Randy got this big old shovel, baby. You might as well go ahead and get ready for your grave, because Joey ain't about that bullshit. So yeah, he tap dancing for Joey. Well, Bill Hamilton has been blowing up my fucking phone. He's livid that the monster that attacked his wife is back on the street. Randy again, he was like, the way I see it, that could be good for us. How so? Well, Hamilton is already sniffing around for another favor. Now, if we could find Wesley's ass, how are we going to do that when you couldn't do that shit before? Because we know who he is now, so it'll be easy to find his ass, Randy said. Then, we can find his ass, bring him back to stand trial, and then Bill Hamilton won't owe you big time. We'll owe you big time. Don't yank my chain, Randy. We both know that the last thing that you want is for this guy to come back to the DMV. He was like, I don't know why you would say that, Randy says. Well, I've got a feeling that if Wesley were to get on the stand, that wouldn't be such a good thing for your, or should I say, Sammy's friend Haley. It would have been so good if he said your cousin. That would have been so good. Y'all need to work through these lines beyond the gate sometime. Happy anniversary, Mr. and current Mrs. Hamilton. This is Danielle. We're back at the country club, and she's walking up to them, wishing them a happy anniversary. Danny, girl. She wearing this ponytail now. It does it match this time? Nope, it still looks a little light. Come on, y'all. Y'all got way too much money. Y'all snatch that wig off of Haley's head. Wrap that around. Y'all know how to do them ponytails. Wrap that around. Take one of them tracks and wrap it around. That would match her hair more than that light brown one that they had. But what she got on, I like this top now. This top is cute. It looks very mummy-like. Who'd have thought that you would make it a year? I thought for sure you'd come to your senses by now, Bill. That damn loud ass daddy. Well, actually, this is the year that Bill learned what true happiness is. And he's sitting there like shit. Oh, well, his true first year of happiness has given him a stroke. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't wait to see what year two is going to bring. Haley looking at her like, bitch, hush. And Bill thinks it's hilarious. He thinks it's the most funniest thing. So, of course, Andre the Shadow Man is right there underneath her. Oh, hey, baby. Hey. Andre, I'm so glad you're here, Haley said. I suggest that you take your wife someplace she actually is wanted. He looking like, what? My husband and I were looking forward to a private anniversary celebration. Bill, maybe you should explain to your bitch wife the difference between private and a very public place. Yeah, Danny tells me. She just, when I tell you Haley means nothing to her, she means nothing to Danny. So he trying to get her. The shadow is there. He's like, okay, baby, I think our table's over there. She's like, I would be remiss if I didn't do something to commemorate this very notable occasion. So she's reaching in her purse with that same crazy ass look in her eyes that she had at the wedding. He grabbing his chair, squeezing it tight, like fuck, what the fuck she finna do? She ain't finna do that, y'all. Danny ain't that dumb. She could just sign a modeling deal, and she's in love, honey. She ain't doing that shit, not at all. So she was reaching, she was reaching in her purse. She pulled out some napkins. Everybody's looking, they were holding their clutching their pearls and holding their breath. She's like, what? First anniversary's paper, right? Sorry if that made a noise. That crazy bitch. That crazy heifer. This tissue is a symbol of how disposable your relationship is, bitch. Oh goodness. You didn't think I was gonna pull out a pow pow now, did you? Y'all old, our old seasoned people. You gotta be careful with certain words that you say. Sometimes I'll let it slip. They don't mind the cussing. But when you say certain things like, the item that rhymes with fun, you gotta replace that. If not, then they gonna real be tripping and stuff. I like my videos to make his money. So yeah. Pow pow. That's what we say. Pow pow. Danny was like, bitch, I never repeat myself, honey. Not in fashion nor in felonies. Over the past year, I've just realized that you two aren't worth catching any type of fucking case over. And she threw that tissue on the paper on the table, baby. Bon appetit, bitches. Excuse us. So they leave. And that ponytail, I tell you, that girl is that Danny. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. I like this what she has on. It's gorgeous. He was like, now, Andre had her away from the table. And he was like, look, bitch, you enjoyed it way too much. She said, honey, it wasn't just for me, okay? Yeah, that's that same ponytail. Yeah. She tells Andre, I know how much you love watching Bill squirm. And they gave each other a kiss and she walked away. And he was back at the table with Bill and Haley. Oh, I'm sorry, Danny interrupted our celebration, honey. You know, I can't even be mad since you gave me this incredible gift. This paper, she pulls it out the envelope, is perfect. Girl, I got them same $100. That's magic money that, that you buy from Amazon. You go to Amazon, honey, you it's like ancestor money. You burn it so you can call into the atmosphere saying money coming and stuff. Burn it. Why does keep thing keep falling? You burn it so that people you can have Holy Spirit bring you the real money that you need. You know what I'm saying? So that's ancestor money, honey. They ain't no real Benjamin's baby. So he says, as a rule to this gift that I gave you, you have to spend each and every one of those dollars today, and I know how. Wait, are you taking me on an anniversary shopping spree? He said, no, no, no. No, I'm not about to spoil the surprise, he says. He looks really good in this purple suit. It's like a plum color. They dress him up so good. His stuff has to be custom made because he's such a big man. He looks really, really good. What the fuck she got on? So she leaves out. She has got she wears animal prints almost every day. So she leaves out and he leaves behind her. So we see Danny's like, yeah, our table's right over there. She's at the bar with her husband. Oh, someone's leaving. Shame. So we're back at Uptown. We're not gonna go through Naomi and Kat. They both are lying. So whose lie is gonna be better than the other one? I don't know. But we're not. I want to go back to see what Monica's gonna how she gonna read the fuck out of Ted. So Naomi just pretty much asks her, why was y'all fussing, girl? Well, Chelsea is mad because I won't be moved. I want to move out. Wait a minute. You mad? You're moving out because Chelsea doesn't want you to move out? Blah blah blah. So she breaks it down and tells her that she wanted to move out just in case Madison moves in, and so Naomi was like, "Girl, that might happen or it might not, but what's going on with the rush?" She said, "Well, I thought I was gonna move in with my man, honey, but he didn't think it was a good idea." So Naomi was like, "So wait a minute. So Tomas is not ready to be as serious about the relationship as you are?" Oh, girl, no, that's not it. Kat says he wanted me to move in with him before, but I wasn't ready, and now you are. Naomi was like, "Really?" Yeah, I am. Kat says, but he thinks that he thinks that it's just because I need a place to stay, which is true. You don't need a place to stay because Chelsea didn't tell you to leave. You don't need a place to stay, girl. So she says, and you're not. She was like, well, it's not unreasonable for me to think that if Chelsea and Madison, I mean, they got engaged. Tomas and I should, I mean, we've been together a lot longer than they have. That girl loves to compare herself to other people. I swear. So Naomi was like, okay, bitch, I see. So you think that you need to be more committed to Tomas to keep up with Chelsea? I mean, so we see Chelsea. Cosmo, please. I know it's really early, but it's been a really, really stressful day. She's at she's at the country club. And a homeboy, he always be there, Oh, I gotta sneeze. I'm gonna finish this line. So she's there. I'm happy they show her. We like 12 minutes in and they just showing Chelsea. So he says, coming right up, Miss Hamilton, will you be joining your parents? So she looks over there. That's not her parents, bro. That's her step pappy, her mammy. So, Danny's at the Dupree table and Andre, and so she's talking to him about even though I didn't realize that Bill and Haley's wedding would have been the beginning of a new life for her too. I had no idea that night before the farce of a ceremony, that first night we got together, that would be the beginning of my rebirth. Yeah, girl. It was episode 2, I think. I don't think we went to the third episode. It was either the first or the second episode that they fucked. So they've been together for a little bit. Wow, he says. So I guess that sort of makes today our anniversary too, huh? No, nigga. Danny was like, I like the way you think. So he kisses her hand. I cannot believe this. Look, Chelsea come cloppity clippity clopping in over there walking all loud. It makes no sense. I know, Chelsea Bear. It's hard to believe that Haley and your father made it to their first anniversary, girl. I understand. Is that today? Girl, I was talking about Cat, Mom. The way Shanice sings your praises, there was talks amongst the family. That sounded a little too good to be true. This is Dr. Monica, baby. We're back at the hospital. And she pulled out a big book to read Tad. She says, honey, folks were really thinking that you really didn't exist. Shanice was like, oh, wait a fucking minute. So y'all thought I was lying about having a man in my life? What, to keep mama off my back? Monica was like, girl, no, I didn't think you would stoop to do that. But honey, you know your brothers and sisters, what they were thinking, girl. But I will be happy, honey, to go back and report to everyone that you are real, Ted. Unless, honey, you have plans to take him home and let everyone else see for themselves, Auntie tells her. Shanice was like, I don't want to subject him to that, Auntie. He was like, oh, what? Are they going to beat me up or something? Well, yes. Are we going to see Shanice's family? Because y'all been in a budget. Y'all been pulling out a lot of budget stuff with these extras, with these people in the alley and people at the casino and people in the country club. So we finna meet her family. That'd be cool. So Monica says, metaphorically speaking, honey, they are going to pick you apart from your wardrobe to the way you barbecue. She said, but one good word from me about you, baby, that will go a long way to winning them over. Tad, while Shanice is working, why don't you and I take this opportunity to know each other better? He looking like, didn't he supposed to be meeting with Isaiah? You better not do that now. So he says, I would love to get to know you, Monica, but I do have a few things I need to take care of first. She says, I can wait. So Shanice was like, Auntie, there's a great coffee place nearby, the Bird Cafe, aka Caffeine Fix. So maybe you and I, honey, I enjoy my coffee, Dr. Monica interrupts her. She says, but you're working, baby. Ted and I will be fine alone. Fair warning, Ted. I could tell a lot about a man by his taste in espresso. He says, well, I guess I better choose wisely. I'll be sure to do that. I'll wrap some things up and be back soon. So he leaves, and so Monica wasn't smiling. Shanice was like, please be gentle with him. She says, I'll be a kitten. Shanice is like, more like a tigress, honey. We hear the elevator door ring, and we see Anita and Vernon come off the elevator while Monica is still at the nurse's station. Oh, Senator and Anita Williams Dupree. Mrs. Dupree, I saw your interview. I was very impressed. Anita says, thank you. My name is Dr. Monica McCormick. I am an oncologist and I'm always looking for ways to educate Black women on how cancer affects our community. Through your interview, you are able to reach more people than I would have had in a lifetime. Go ahead, Monica. Well, thank you. That is my hope. So Vernon was like, I don't ever recall seeing you around here before, doctor. Are you on staff here at Garland? Hopefully y'all pay her to bring her there. That'd be cool. She says, no, I'm just here to visit my niece. I just stopped by to say hello. And I met your granddaughter, Naomi, earlier today. She's such a lovely young woman. Yes, she is indeed. I'm really blessed to have a wonderful family. If I can ever help you with your messaging or your treatment, she better speak. Please reach out. She better complete the word. Like y'all know what I said in the last video. She has a tail and she follows it all the way through with her how she enunciates and fills it in with mms and ohs. You know, it's just something about her delivery. I'm just eating it up with a small baby spoon. Anita looks her in her face. She says, I will do just that. Yeah. Uh-huh. Back at this complaining ass cat. What did she say? Girl, we're back at damn uptown and she's sitting there complaining. Both of them lying. Whatever. She talking about she can't but wonder why it's been so harder for her in Tomas than it has been for Chelsea and Madison. Duh. He fucked your sister. It's like you I think that she has a subconscious anger towards him about that whole sleeping with Eva. I don't think that she's over it like she's acting like she is. She's not completely over it. And she's going to always hold that subconsciously over his head, which she should. You should be just as angry with him as you are with Eva. And you're not. So Naomi was like, well, bitch, maybe this is a sign that he ain't for your ass. Oh, no, we are. He is. We've discussed it and agreed that we have a future together. Like this is like a book, like she writing a book report or something. So Naomi was like, well, that sounds great. It sounds very reasoned and rational. And but Kat was like, but not romantic. That's what you think, right? Cause and so Naomi was like, bitch, it don't matter what I think. It's all about what you think. This is what worked for us. He suggested that I find me a place near him so we can see each other all the time while still having our own space. I feel like she would be so anal. She would be worse than Ashley when Derek was there. So Naomi was like, "Girl, well, you even like living alone? I mean, living alone after you live with somebody for such a long time, you start to miss things like watching TV together and talking about your day over dinner. Girl, you get over that real quick." She's talking about herself. This is what Naomi was talking about. 6 months ago, that bitch couldn't even be in the same room with Jacob. Now she's like, "Oh, now I miss him." And blah blah. Girl, she says, not to mention how harder it is to fall asleep alone, and that is true. That is very. When I had my empty nest and I was here, I was like, "Damn, it's just me. Let me get some cameras and some weapons up in here." But yeah, you get used to it. So Kat was like, girl, my witchy poo powers is telling me that how the way you're talking, honey, it sounds like you're the one who's really leaving and living alone suddenly, girl." So Kat was all of a sudden talking about I'm moving out and then talking about not wanting to be an audience in our rom com. Back at the country club. And this is what Chelsea is talking to Danny and Andre about. But you and Madison haven't even set a damn wedding date yet. If not, y'all bitches tell me first. Cause you know Danny gonna be all over that. I know, right? I mean, she's acting like my engagement to Madison is some kind of threat to her, which is not because I never viewed her relationship with Tomas that way at all. She's having a tough time, girl. She sees Eva as a threat to a relationship with her father, and now she feel like she's losing you to Madison. Oh my God, this is a good line. She said that somebody need to tell her ass that love doesn't run out, it multiplies. That's a word. So Andre was like, well, shit, that's not how it feels to Cat. Danny was like, well, don't stop there, honey, continue. He was like, well, damn, I mean, she was her father's only fucking daughter, and now here's Eva. She met Tomas before you met Madison, and you got love at first sight, Chill. Well, she and Tomas, Danny was like, yeah, they're having a slower roll. So he was like, yeah, I mean, I can kind of see how, that can make Kat feel some kind of way. But Kat swears that she's not jealous of what Madison and I have. Please, girl, Danny says. I told myself that same lie about Bill and Haley, girl. Babe, you're taking those mystery box online shopping deals to a whole nother level. This is Haley, child in a blindfold. Where the fuck does Bill have her? Is it the house? Child. I need to see what I'm buying. So he takes off her blindfold and he says, anything for my bride. Child, there's a fucking hole in the wall. Why are we here? He says, well, I meant it when I told you on Valentine's Day that I hit the jackpot when I met you. Hmm. Thanks to you, I managed to survive everything this year has thrown at us. It started with Danny throwing bullets at us at our wedding, and it's been a wild ride ever since. I brought my lucky charm here to the tables, and maybe you can increase your anniversary gift and use your winnings to buy out every boutique in the DMV. I guess that little spot on her face cleared up really good because we don't see shit. Ah, sounds like fun, she says with a fake smile. Wow, this is a prize. This is a really good surprise. This is Joey coming in with his fun jacket, honey. Mrs. Hamilton, I don't think I've ever seen you in my establishment. Right? Wink, wink. Bill and I are here to celebrate our first anniversary. Well, that's paper, right? No, cards are made of paper. Let's hope that Lady Luck will bring you her own anniversary gift. Bill says, and we hope so. Well, it's very brave of you to be out and about knowing that the man who attacked you are still roaming these streets and released pending his trial. It must be really nerve-wracking to realize and knowing that he could be anywhere, right? All right, we are at the Bird Cafe, aka Caffeine Fix, with Tad and Dr. Monica. So he was like, there you are. He comes back with the coffees in hand. She has one Americano with skim milk and one sugar for himself. She says, "Oh well, a little basic, but a solid, dependable order." She's so. He was like, "Well, I'm wondering what I am to gather from your unsweetened latte. It is a dream. It is a drink of what is it? Let me say this right. It is the drink of a teacher's pet with big dreams who moved away to pursue her ambitions." While my sister, Shanice's mother, she was more the family type. Well, I bet Shanice, he says, gets her medical interest from you, huh? It's obviously how much she admires you. She was like, "Oh well," it's a big smile. Well, the feelings is entirely mutual. She cut that shit off. She was like, "Now let's get started, bitch. Let's get fucking started." He was like, "Okay." She's like, "Well, you are a plastic surgeon. Why would you choose what others consider to be a frivolous specialty?" Damn. Shit. I guess people only think of plastic surgeons as BBLs and boobies, huh? She was like, "Is it the money?" He was like, "Wow, that's a little blunt." She says, "And that is not a fucking answer." No, no blinking. He says, "Well, I feel that people who think that plastic surgery is frivolous to be misguided." He says, "I do reconstructive work, which includes plastic surgery, also, which includes for cancer patients. Plus, plastic surgery is the most creative specialty." Okay, explain. She ain't no joke. He says, "Well, my job is more than just about appearance." He told us this like last week. Who did he talk about that to? Somebody. Was it Leslie? Somebody he went through this whole spiel about being a plastic surgeon. He says, "I can help people feel better about themselves, and the most rewarding aspect is watching their self-esteem grow right there." She said, "I hope that you are as invested in making my niece happy." Yeah. Ooh. He says, "I care about Shanice very much, as much as you cared about your damn ex-wife." Shanice, girl, you went down there and told all the tea. Girl. Because apparently the ink is not dry yet on your divorce plate paper, sir. He says, "The marriage is over. As over as it can be, considering that your ex-wife is working at the hospital with you and Shanice." Ooh, ouch. Now, this all sounds like an uncomfortable situation to me. Excuse me if you hear that. One that is bound to hurt my niece. All right, we're back at the hospital in that dreadful, dreadful room that Anita goes in for her chemo. And she is, yeah, she's, yeah, damn. So as Anita settles down into her chair, we hear a. So it is Ashley. She's there to help Anita. Now she's doing her oncology. So she's going to see a lot, which will probably cause Naomi some push, I think, after Ashley tells her, to see what Anita's going through. So I'm hoping that this whole situation, this setup will really bring some light to Naomi's decision. So Ashley tells her, "I'm supposed to take over as administration for the chemo today." She says, "But I can totally understand if you don't feel comfortable having one of Naomi's friends treat you." So Anita was like, "Oh, no, 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 no. I prefer having someone I know shepherd me through what I understand will be a very difficult round of chemo." So Ashley tells her, "Well, honey, I'm here to help you in any way that I can. Is Senator Dupree here with you or anyone else?" So, Vernon went to go get her some tea, and she said she just wanted him to have a break from all this stuff, in here. So, Ashley tells her, "Yeah, Naomi and I watched your interview together." So she says, "I'm sure that your story is going to help so many women." I hope so. So, Ashley asks her, is she familiar with the cold cap? Oh my God. She says that cap is hopefully is going to prevent her from having any more hair loss. And she has a band that will protect her skin from any frostbite. They told me this stronger treatment could be even more toxic and have even worse side effects. So when my mom went through it, I don't think she reached this stage, although she did stay cold a lot and stuff. But she's never reached this more stronger stage of chemo. Yeah, that can be true. She tried to be so deep. Now, if you need anything, water, extra blankets, anything you ask, I could do that for you. Thank you, Ashley, for being deep. I mean, you're very caring, but if you need anything, water, extra blankets, with the head cocked to the side, looking all, humble and everything. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, girl. She said the same thing I said. Anita says, thank you, Ashley. One thing that really gives me comfort in the knowledge is the knowledge that this horrible gene mutation has spared my granddaughters. I thank God every day that Chelsea and Naomi do not have to go through this. So, that girl don't hide her feelings. She like, yeah. She just looking like, damn, shit. Anyway, we're back at Uptown, and Naomi was like, girl, I'm just living alone temporarily while Jacob is away getting some specialized training. Yeah. Okay, when will he be back? Kat says. Naomi says, soon. Okay, that's vague. You can't run nothing past Kat's nosiness. So now that's gonna spark up her little, Detective Gadget ears. So Naomi just tells her it's hard to give specifics because once the coursework is over, then he has to take a test to get certified, and hopefully he'll get it on the first try. Well, there's no way of knowing, she says. Well, Kat says, I hope all goes well. Well, in the meantime, you're clearly lonely and I need some place to stay. So how about I stay with you and keep you company? Yeah. So if you're right about Kat being jealous of my engagement to Madison, it's not like I can force Tomas to propose to even score. Back at the country club, and that is Chelsea talking to her mama and her husband. Danny was like, "Girl, ain't nobody suggesting that, and it's not like you and Kat are gonna be. Nobody's proposing that you both hurry up and run to the dam and race to the damn altar." Okay. Danny was like, "This is a triangle between you, Kat, and Madison. Y'all already know how Chelsea's mind is." Um, what do you mean? You live with Kat, girl, and you have a business together. You have a very committed relationship, girl. So, and Andre says, and that plus you being best friends make your relationship just as personal as a romantic one, if not more. And for Kat, with you moving to Copenhagen and then suddenly getting engaged, probably feels a little bit like, well, like I felt when your father left me for Haley. This bitch. It's terrifying knowing that the man who mugged me was released from jail. Joey's looking at her like, that man ain't do shit to you. Not a damn thing. We're back at the damn hole in the wall. I barely leave the house these days without my husband by my side. I'm telling you, Bill be giving these little looks like this bitch is lying. Joey, you know what the tea is. We gonna play this all the way through till she try to kill my ass. I feel like that man knows something, y'all. I feel like he knows something. Well, don't you worry. I have my best people out there looking for him. So Bill is like, well, here's to hoping he's brought to justice. And soon. Now, enough with all the unpleasantness, not unpleasantness, while he's taking off Haley's coat to get her comfortable in is that the high rollers room? Child, please. And I brought my wife here to have a good fucking time. Now, where's the dealer? I'll let him know that there's a couple of VIPs in the house. So he calls somebody on the phone. Come to the fucking card room now. Smiling. It's got to be Randy. So Bill is like, see, that's the kind of service I expect around here. Randy, need some boss? Joey says, you're dealing this fucking shift. He wants to put Randy in a very uncompromising, uncomfortable position, and definitely Haley, because he don't trust Haley. He kind of trusts Randy. He knows something was going on, but yeah, he don't trust that bitch. So Randy starts to walk up there. He said, okay, sure. He turns around, he's like, fuck. I'm sure these two that Haley would love to have Haley's good Samaritan Sammy to help celebrate their anniversary. Joy, you messy. One thing is this: why don't she just tell him that's the cousin? I don't like that shit. Just tell him that's your cousin, girl. Honey, we're back at the Bird Cafe, aka Caffeine the Fix Cafe or Caffeine Fix Me. Anyway, he was like, look, when my marriage fell apart, this is Ted talking to Dr. Monica. When my marriage fell apart, Shanice helped me get my mind right. Um, did she though? Did she? Y'all let me know in the comments. I don't know. And that's when I realized what I felt for her was more than just a friendship, you know what I'm saying? She looking at him like this mother. And Shanice is the best thing that's happened to me in a long damn time, you know? She says, nice words. I even believe you may mean them. Shit. Shanice is very sharp tongued like her auntie. I see what she gets it. She says, but no one can guarantee that a relationship is going to work. Definitely is going to work out. And she says, in my experience, doctors have a lot more clout in hospitals than nurses do. If things don't work out between the two of you, I do not want any negative professional repercussions for Shanice, which is true. They're not thinking. I love, they have the attraction, but they're not thinking. He was like, look, everyone at Garland from the chief of staff on down recognizes Shanice is invaluable. I mean, without her managerial skills, the place would fall apart. I knew that day one. I call her Nurse Boss Shanice. Nurse Boss Nurse Shanice, or Nurse Boss Shanice. Whatever it was, we knew on episode 1 who she was, and I always call her Nurse Boss Shanice, always. He says, and if it ever gotten too difficult for them to work together, baby, I would be the one that would be asked to leave. He said, and I would do that shit without a question, especially since I have all this money from my plastic surgery practice, which you yourself pointed out to fall back on. She smiled. She's like, shit, you just don't sit and take it, do you? Mm-mm. And she was like, well, you might just have what it takes, motherfucker, to win Shanice's brothers over. And they clinked cups. Yeah, I like men like that. That's how Sir is. Sir, he don't back down. He's very confident in who he is, and no, and he's the same. Go ahead, Ted. Now, yeah, Ted had to build that up. At one time, everybody was beating him down. He's still dumb though when it comes to damn Leslie. But everybody was beating him down at one point. Y'all remember that? And then all of a sudden, he's like, "Look," he went over there and read the fuck out of Nicole, and then he told Kat, "I'm not gonna keep apologizing. Shit, I'm not telling you to move on, but I'm working on it, and you acted like you have the stop sign up for me. I'm not keep doing that shit." So Dr. Monica was like, the brothers you might win over, but you need to watch for them damn sisters. She's like, He said, So they had a little bit of a giggle session together. It was cute. It was really cute. It was really cute. So we're back at the nurse's station, and Ashley is there, and Shanice tells Ashley, girl, you look stressed. So Ashley was like, well, bitch, so do you. She's like, oh, well, my aunt is somewhere off interrogating Ted, and that lady is tougher than any cop. She is. I assume that your nerves are from your oncology shift. She said, it was very hard to have Anita Dupree as a patient. I've always been such an awe of her. She said, but today she wasn't no larger than life figure. Today she was just a patient. Nervous for her damn treatment, but it was up to me to reassure her. So Shanice was like, well, bitch, did you succeed? She's like, I think so. She said she really liked the fact of knowing that somebody she knew was in there to take care of her. So it's taking everything within me to not call Naomi to tell her she's got to give her grandma a little more TLC. But I know I can't. Shanice was like, that's right, bitch, because we know that would be a violation of HIPAA. Don't I know HIPAA? Me working in insurance, life insurance, HIPAA, you can't cross that line, baby. Instead of it being named Garland Memorial, you cross that line, it can be called Dupree Memorial because they go sue the fuck out of y'all. They probably wouldn't do that, but still, you cannot violate HIPAA unless there's some type of really special authorization form on file, which everything's supposed to be probably discussed with Vernon. Anybody outside of Vernon, no, but maybe Vernon has an authorization on file. Ooh, I'm off work today. Girl, stop talking about work. Back to the show. Wow. Ashley says, you know what? The most difficult part about fucking job is keeping everyone's secret. Yep, Shanice says. And so back in the chemo room, and we see Anita with her the cap on that she has to wear. Mm. So Vernon comes in and he's like, "That is a very becoming hat." That would be some bullshit Sir would say. I'd be like, "Don't play with me. This ain't no joking moment, honey. All right, I understand, but God no." She says it's supposed to reduce the hair loss, but it feels like I stuck my head in a freezer, which is ironic because one of the side effects of this particular chemo is a sunburn like rash. She was shivering, like, she had her fingers, and she, I was like, okay, go ahead, Miss Tony. So she sips her tea because he went there to go get some tea. He was like, well, ain't no fucking dry skin on my watch. So he looks in the bag and got some lotion, baby, because we stay ashy. Y'all know we can't no have no ashy hands, honey. Oh, he rubs his hand. All right. Oh, she says, just seeing your handsome face makes me feel better. He says, I've been reading up on mind body connection. I know that it can't all be scientifically proven, but I like to think there's something to it. So imagine a little red devil so small you can easily crush him under your high heels. Well, better a little devil than a big one, honey. Now, imagine that little devil devouring all those cancer cells and leaving the rest of you unscathed. And then you just kick the devil to the curb, and my love, you will be free. Hmm, I like that. I almost believe it will happen just that way. Well, this is a nice way to spend your anniversary. We're back at the hole in the wall. That's what Randy tells the Hamiltons. They don't think that I'm his lucky charm. But Sammy, I think you're mine. And Joey is like, let me go ahead and pull out the toilet because this is on bull. You were there for me when I really needed it. Mhm. So Bill, is kind of sort of looking at Randy and talking to, he said, I was kind of surprised knowing that you and Bill know it, you and Joey know each other. So Joey was like, well, I know a lot of people. Me too, Joey. Me too. I'm sure Sammy does as well. So Bill was like, yeah, well, you never know with people. All this blues clues, cat in the hat rhymes and shit. Just everybody speak the truth. Put it on the table, baby. I would thought that Sammy here would have a more legitimate kind of job, Bill said. Well, I wouldn't have taken you for a blackjack dealer, he says to Randy. Well, Bill, I wouldn't only put the most ethical deal at your table, Joey said. He says, like I said before, anyone would have helped if they saw a woman who needed to get to the hospital. Randy, Sammy, what I used to call him, Rodney. I can't remember what I call that baby. You full of shit. Bill was like, well, I sure as hell wish that shit was true. As an attorney, I know all too well that most people would be way too damn afraid to intervene. So, and remember, Bill, he was at your house. Now, on this is like the fifth time. I'd be like, man, okay, what's going on? I heard you took my wife to the hospital. Okay, and I come home one day, you in my house, and then this number three, I just saw you, and now you working here. It's like, what? He was like, I mean, being an attorney, I think these people would be worried if they might get sued or something like that, and others would be so callous that, and they would be standing on the sidelines, live stream the whole damn incident. True, true. Trying to get more followers and likes and online clout. That is true. Nobody will stop and help no damn body no more. They was shit. They would damn pull their phone out and record that shit for real. Well, Randy says, I try to keep a low profile. Not profile. And so Joy was like, well, not too low. You can always be found when necessary. But Haley, it seemed like you and Sammy was chatting up a storm the other day when I was talking with Joey. This is what Bill is asking his wife. Seems like the two of you have forged a pretty close connection, motherfuckers. What's going on? So we back at the hospital, and we hear Nurse Tia to bed 712. Nurse Tia to bed 712. So when I tell you Shanice looks so nervous, she's scared as fuck. So the elevator dings, and so Ted gets off the elevator. She's like, oh, tell me the truth. How bad was it? I know how bad it is for you to please my aunt. So nothing you say will impact my opinion of you in the slightest. Girl, that's because of what you've been telling everybody. It ain't what she figured out. It's what you've been telling. Yeah. He says, oh, ye of little faith, Ted says. If this had been a med school test, I would have aced that shit. See, he's smart. Really? She says. He said, yes, really. You know, your aunt recognizes that I'm a serious catch. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lord, now I can breathe. I was just too scared that she was going to say that you had too much baggage, you know? He said, well, she did ask a few serious questions about my past and my intentions. And I have to say, now, Vernon Dupree has nothing on her when it comes to grilling a suitor. Oh my God, I'm so sorry about that. He says, don't be. You are a wonderful woman, Shanice. You deserve someone like your aunt who stands up for you. And you deserve someone like your aunt in your life who stands up for you and has your back. Janice was like, she's just always been the person in my family who always just really gets me, you know? So I'm really glad to know that she seems to get you too. He says, I warned you. Now that I have your family's seal of approval, baby, you're stuck with me. So she bit her mouth and laughed. You know, okay, I don't know how long this is going to last. I really don't. Something's going to happen. That auntie ain't feeling that way for no reason. She might have accepted him, but she still got her little witchy poo brewing on her belly, you know. So we're back at the chemo room at the hospital, and Vernon is looking at the bag, and he's telling her every drop of IV that falls into your body is taking out a cancer cell. He says you're getting closer to remission by the second. Can you feel it? When I tell you, getting back to that Michael Jackson play, they did the Can You Feel It by the Jacksons. Remember they did the Victory Tour? They sang that song. Please go see that play, y'all. If the tour is still coming by your state, your city, your town, bless yourself and go see it. Or if you've seen it, let me know in the comments below if you've seen that show. It just gives me so much inspiration. Like the next time I hit the stage, that I do not want you to see me. I want you to see the character. That play gave me so much damn inspiration. Oh, it's like you put everything. Okay, I just feel that. Oh, sweetheart, can you give me a pillow? So he gets up and gives her a pillow to put behind her head. So she closes her eyes and he says, that's right, baby. Conserve your energy as he gets a blanket to drape over her. Such a great scene. He says a lot without saying much with his eyes. She has her eyes closed and he's just looking at her. He's there to be her coach, you know, to push her through. And I don't know if I could see this. I'm glad that they show it to us. I'm not saying that we should ignore it, but I'm glad that they show this. But I don't think I could take this every week, y'all. I would be crying. Sorry, because I know what my mom had to go through, and yeah, but she had leukemia. It wasn't a tumor. It was just all in her, you know. So but yeah, I want Anita to beat this. Although we know it's a character, but that we've had so many people here, the Rascals, and I'm sure you all have had family members and friends and loved ones who have been impacted by this and had to go through this. So I think that emotionally it would have been a lot for me to see her go through this every week. So I'm happy that they expose us to this so that we can still be, you know, diligent and checking out girls, you know, and even have him check out girls or your lady if you know, part of, I don't care. Have somebody touch them Tetons to find out what's going on, you know. But yeah, this is heavy. Yeah, I forget about it when we don't see her there, but I know that it's there because she don't want to talk about it. But when it's like this in our face, I'm like, wow, Tamara Tooney better get a fucking nomination at the Daytime Emmy Awards this year. She better, and she better win. Child, we back at the Uptown. Naomi was like, "That bitch, it's really thoughtful of you to want to keep me company, girl." Kat was like, "But." I mean, Jacob will be back soon, girl, and it just doesn't make any sense for you to move in and then have to just move right back out, you know. But clearly, the only reason why you want to move out at all, honey, is because you have a problem with dealing with all the changes happening in Chelsea's life that affect your ass. And even if you ever find a place of your own, girl, the two of you will still have to work those things out. Wow. This grown ass woman, she says, yeah, but I don't know how to do that. And I wish I did. Girl, you don't know how to work things out. You did it with Tomas. He fucked your sister. You don't know how to work things out with your blood? Maybe she ain't a blood, maybe she ain't no real Dupree, y'all. I mean, y'all think maybe she's not. It's like she's had the Duprees have they know how to move on. She's the only one that don't know how to move on. It makes me wonder more and more if that damn Leslie is her mother. Cause she could not move on. Everybody else has. Leslie can't move on, and Kat can't move on. It's really making me wonder more and more if this girl is really Leslie's daughter. That they were switched at birth. It makes me wonder. Like for real. Naomi was like, "Girl, you and Chelsea will find a way, honey. I got faith in it." Oh, who you supposed to be, grandpappy? Oh no, 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 no. Naomi was like, "No, no, no. I don't have the gravitas or the voice, you know." See, y'all, they be listening, y'all. They be listening. So she just reminds her that, girl, you and Chelsea are and will always be best friends, okay? No matter what the state of your relationship or romantic part is, okay? Thanks, Mom and Andre, for everything you had to say. I feel like I see things differently now. This is Chelsea back at the country club talking to her mama and her husband. You're welcome, sweetheart. Talk soon. Thank you. Bye. So they was like, well, damn, that went well. So he was like, because she was looking at him all dreamy and shit. He was like, why are you looking at me like that? Because you are even more wonderful than I realized. Oh, you're not just healing me. You're helping my girls too. He says, Chelsea came and talked to you, baby. I just happened to be here. All right. She was like, honey, don't you all shucks me, Andre Richardson. But all shucks. Not the all shucks. She was like, look, I know this much. My daughters will never have that feeling of being comfortable enough to have a personal conversation with Haley like that. Never. Never, bitch. So he got this big old smile on his face. He's a cutie pie. And we're back at the hole in the wall. And so Bill threw down his deck. Haley, I bet you she's a professional. She know how to play. She threw down hers. Let's see if what she got. So Bill was like, ha ha, looks like my wife is the only lucky one in here today. So when he was drinking, his head back, eyes closed. Why do we do that when we drink? We close our eyes. She was looking at Randy, and Randy was like, she said, well, I bet another drink would be good because my husband is the biggest winner. I know. And that goes double on our anniversary. So she goes over to I thought it was going to be Bill getting up. It's her. So she goes and reaches in her bra, pulls out this warm, hot money, says, 2 glasses of your finest scotch, please, because Joy is over at the bar. So Joy was like, on the house. Oh, thank you. I'm surprised someone in your position is tending bar. He says, no better vantage point in the casino. I can see everything that goes on with my customers and my staff. Knowledge is power, so he slides the free glasses over there. And that's the end of episode number 41, season 2, Beyond the Gates. Let me go ahead and get this match together, and you will get it today. And how we going to do for the rest of the week, we'll see. But I don't have a busy week this week. It was just busy Thursday through Sunday, so I think I'm cool. I mean, I have the gym, but I think I'm cool this week. Yep, next few weeks I am. Yep, so we'll see. We're going to try our best, honey. We're going to try our best. All right, love you guys, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.